There's just one moment when the soul can leap into infinity, when time itself seems to stop. Every year on July 30th, there's a day that doesn't belong to any month, a day that slips beyond the Gregorian calendar, beyond the clock, beyond any schedule. A suspended moment in the air. The Maya called it the day out of time. Today, many cultures honor it as a spiritual doorway for cleansing and resetting. But what does this day really mean? Is it just a curious quirk in the calendar, or is there something deeper and more ancient beneath the surface? In this episode, we'll dive into the real mystery of July 30th, its connection to Sirius, the brightest star in the sky, the sun, and the cycles of the human soul. The Maya's 13-moon calendar, unlike our current system, divided the year into 13 equal moons of 28 days each, making 364 days total. But the 365th day had no place. It became a day without time, without burden, without karma, a day for letting go, healing, and emptying yourself. This no day became a sacred moment where time no longer ruled consciousness. It was the perfect time for reflection, meditation, forgiveness, art, and purification. A ritual pause that bridged the end of one cycle and the start of another. It's like the universe itself whispered, pause, breathe, decide who you want to be in the new cycle. Even more amazing, on this very day, the sun lines up with Sirius, creating a frequency that many sages and astrologers see as a key to intuition. Since ancient times, Sirius has been honored as a source of spiritual wisdom. Egyptians, Dogon, Toltec all respected it. And on July 30th, this connection is at its strongest, as if a gateway between worlds opens for just a moment, letting the soul break free from time's weight and receive a fresh code. On this journey, we'll explore what energies awaken on that day and how the Maya treated it as a ritual of cleansing and resetting. What's the link between Sirius and your intuition? How can you use this day to declare, release, and start fresh? If this speaks to you, don't forget to subscribe. Sometimes one insight at the right time can change your whole life. Get ready. Time is about to pause, and when it does, something ancient may awaken inside you. Not all days are measured by hours and minutes. Some are measured by vibration. July 30th is one of those days. For the Maya, it didn't belong to time. It was outside all 13 lunar months of their calendar. It was a day beyond everything, a break between cycles, a crack in the flow of linear time. But most of all, it was an open door. Imagine the year as a big ring of energy, 12 moons spinning precisely, and just before the reset, there's a moment when everything stops, like silence before a new song. That's the day out of time. A day that doesn't count in regular time but defines it all. This invisible door isn't made of wood or stone. It's made of perception. It opens inside every one of us. It's a psychic, spiritual, energetic gateway, a 0 point in time. And when you cross it consciously, you do something rare. You reset your soul. The Maya sages knew the soul needed pauses. Not just sleep or rest, but ritual pauses, planned breaks, moments of doing nothing, thinking nothing, struggling nothing, moments to empty the cup and refill it. Today, stuck with an artificial calendar of 12 uneven months and days rushing by without meaning, we've lost that doorway. We live under the illusion that time is a straight line, but it's not. Time, like the soul, needs to die for a moment in order to be reborn. So July 30th is more than a cultural curiosity. It's a spiritual reminder that time can pause, and with it, your life can pause too. And if you choose on that day to stop, watch, release, and listen, something happens. Your energy field cleanses, your mind clears, and your heart remembers its purpose. Because it's not the calendar that marks the change, it's you. The moment you decide to cross that invisible door, you start to feel a different vibration, like the universe is tuning in to speak to you. But that voice doesn't come from the world around you. It comes from the sky, from a star, Sirius. And since we're talking about Sirius and time portals, we can't ignore the tool the Maya used to tune those energies, the 13-moon calendar. It was more than a way to count days. It was a map of frequencies, a symbolic and mathematical language showing not just time passing, but the evolution of consciousness. Unlike the Gregorian calendar, which splits the year unevenly into artificial months, the 13-moon calendar has 13 exact 28-day months, totaling 364 days. The 365th day isn't skipped. It's celebrated as a special timeless day, the day out of time. Here's the surprising part. Many esoteric traditions say, our current calendar forces a rhythm that disconnects us from natural cycles, a mechanical system that cuts us off from cosmic flow. In contrast, the 13-moon calendar was based on the universe's natural frequencies. Each moon had its own energy, seal, and tone. It was a spiritual code, and some guardians of time say this code was hidden on purpose because a person aligned with the cosmos' true cycles can't be easily controlled. Such a soul pulses with the truth of earth and sky. The day out of time became the key to that freedom. By stepping outside the usual structure, you can reset from a pure, unprogrammed place. It's like every year you get the chance to step out of the game for a moment and remember you're more than just a cog in the machine. And interestingly, many ancient cultures worked with lunar or lunisolar calendars. That wasn't by accident. The moon controls tides, menstrual cycles, emotions. Living in sync with it means living in harmony, both physically and spiritually. So the big question is, why was our current calendar imposed? What was gained and what was lost? And most importantly, what happens when someone lives by a calendar that's not designed for their soul? The 13-moon calendar wasn't just for counting days. It was a tool for inner activation, and its most powerful day was, without a doubt, July 30th. And on that day, as time dissolves and the soul empties, something else begins to shine in the sky. Sirius. In the early hours of July 31st, right after the day out of time, a celestial event marks the start of the new cycle, Sirius's heliacal rising. This means Sirius reappears just before dawn, rising with the sun on the horizon. For the ancient Egyptians, that rising marked the beginning of their sacred new year. For the Maya, it was the clear signal of a new vibrational phase. But why Sirius? Why has this star held such spiritual significance for thousands of years? The answer isn't physical, it's symbolic. Sirius represents a higher source of information. It's the sun behind the sun, a gateway that many cultures believe brings teachings, souls, and codes for evolution. The Dogon people of Africa talked about Sirius B, a star invisible to the naked eye long before modern science discovered it. Egyptians aligned their temples to Sirius's rising, and today, many esoteric traditions honor Sirius as the cradle of stellar wisdom, as if our souls pass through there before birth. The alignment of Sirius with the sun isn't just an astronomical coincidence, it's a vibrational event. Two frequencies syncing to send a pulse into Earth's subtle energy field. Around these days, especially near the day out of time, our intuition sharpens. It becomes easier to receive revealing dreams, inner messages, and signs. And here's the hidden key. When the Sun and Sirius align, your pineal gland gets a luminous spark, not physically, but energetically, a frequency that wakes up dormant intuition, ancestral memory, and non-verbal knowing. Ever felt something speak to you without words? Had vivid dreams, premonitions, or gut feelings that turned out true? That's Sirius's voice resonating inside you. During this portal, the most important thing isn't to act, it's to be open, to create silence, space, and presence. Because the information coming in bypasses logic and enters through the heart and soul. That's why many cultures performed water rituals, meditation, sacred music, fasting, and dance, anything to tune into that frequency. When Sirius speaks, it doesn't use words. It speaks in symbols, synchronicities, and dreams. And if you know how to listen, it can change your life forever. Once that frequency starts touching you, it's time to turn inward, because the real code isn't in the sky, it's waiting to be awakened within you. July 30th isn't just any day, it's a threshold, a door that opens not with external keys, but with inner letting go. And though many want to harness its power, few are willing to do the hardest part, release. Because before the new cycle can be welcomed, the soul must empty itself of the old. No real transformation happens without detachment. What do you need to let go of? Everything that no longer fits. Grudges hardened over time, unspoken words, guilt about past choices, others' expectations, projects that don't represent you anymore. Even dreams born from fear rather than your truth. In the soul's language, letting go isn't losing, it's making room. It clears space for the new energetic code to take root. If you're full of emotional baggage and past burdens, no matter how many portals open, you won't pass through them. The Maya marked this day with fire, water, and silence rituals. They'd write down what they wanted to release and offer it to the fire or surrender it to the river, not out of superstition but as symbolic acts, because the unconscious needs ritual to understand something has ended. And have you asked yourself what you need to let go of today? Which habits, thoughts, or relationships no longer reflect your true self? The day out of time is your chance to let parts of yourself that have served their purpose die, with gratitude instead of pain. The real power of this day isn't about receiving something new, but about consciously releasing the old. Because letting go with love creates a sacred space, and that space lets something authentic, pure, and higher take shape within you. You don't have to understand it all. Just observe. Listen to what your body, emotions, and dreams are whispering. Maybe it's time to close a chapter that's run its course, even if you hold on out of habit, because what you don't release holds you back, and what you do release sets you free. In the next and final segment, we'll guide you through practical and spiritual rituals to honor this day, decrees, meditations, and symbolic acts to help you tap into the true power of the day out of time. Don't miss it, and be sure to subscribe if this message speaks to you. Now that you understand the deep meaning of the day out of time, it's time to act. This portal isn't about knowing more, it's about embodying that wisdom. That's why we want to share some powerful rituals you can do on this day to connect with July 30th's true vibration and prepare for a new cycle of light and awareness. First, the fire ritual. Write down everything you want to release: emotions, attachments, patterns, fears, judgments. Be honest. Then take a deep breath and burn it in a candle flame or a bowl. Feel the fire transform and free you. It's not destruction, it's transformation. Second, a moon or consecrated water bath. If you have access to nature, like a river, the ocean, or a special sacred space at home, take a cleansing bath. You can add salt, lavender, rosemary, or any plant you feel drawn to as you soak, or let the water touch you, silently repeating, "I release what I no longer am. I enter the new cycle purified." Third, serious meditation. On the night of the 30th or early morning of the 31st, step outside if you can and look up at the sky. Connect with Sirius. Whether you see it or not is less important than feeling its presence. Imagine a bright blue light entering through your crown, clearing your energy and waking up your dormant intuition. Stay silent and still. Fourth, speak your decree. The power of spoken words is creative. Write down your personal decree for this new cycle. For example, in this new cycle, I activate my truth and purpose. Or I walk from the soul and release the past. Say it out loud, standing tall and with confidence. Repeat it until it truly resonates within you. Fifth, a ritual of art, music, or dance. The day out of time is also a day for forgiveness, creativity, and peace. Express yourself through drawing, singing, dancing freely, or any creative act that feels authentic and sacred to you. This day is a gift. Don't let it pass like any other. It's a cosmic turning point that doesn't show up on official calendars, but is written deep in your soul's memory. And if something stirred inside you while reading this, it's because that portal is already opening. Thank you for being here, for listening with your heart, and for remembering that time doesn't just pass. It can heal, awaken, and transform you. Until the next chapter, subscribe, share this message with those who need it. And on July 30th, take a moment to pause, because that day might not be of this world.